It's Hispanic Heritage Month. So what comes to your mind when I say Hispanic Heritage Month? Professor Gloria Ladson Billings, in her article Culturally Relevant Pedagogy, states that cultural competence is the ability to help students appreciate and celebrate their culture of origin while gaining knowledge of and fluency in at least one other culture. If you've been following me on the EdFamily YT channel, you'll know that in our Ethnic Studies and Ethnography series, we've been talking about knowing your story, being able to tell your story, listen to stories with empathy and respect, and doing good with your story. I've personally been reflecting upon my Korean American story, but this journey also includes listening to the story of others. So what comes to my mind when I think and hear about Hispanic Heritage Month? Well, here are some words that pop into my mind. Familia. At my site, we just had our back to school night and it was a beautiful evening. I saw so many students, parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, a lot of family. It's Saturday today, and oftentimes I'll ask my students on Monday, hey, what did you do over the weekend? Without a doubt, they'll share about how they went to a birthday or a party, some type of gathering, church, a meeting with a relative, celebrating a quince. It seems like every week my students are meeting up with family. I can't help but think I've been deeply influenced by this myself, which is maybe one reason I've also called this YouTube channel EdFamily, our education family. Next word, ganas. In Spanish, it means desire. I think it's connected with a deep desire to succeed, maybe even a desire to succeed when there are great obstacles. I do think it connects with a person's story of resilience or a family story of generational resilience. I'm so blessed that my life has been enriched by so many Hispanic families, and I'm constantly reminded of one generation sacrificing so the next generation can do better. I often hear students sharing with me how their parents are sacrificing so that they could have the opportunities they do. Another word that comes to my mind is educación. I know it sounds like education, but the meaning is actually a little different. Education in the United States typically means a more scholastic and academic achievement, learning, let's say in science, English, math, history, etc. And while I greatly value this idea of education too, I like the meaning behind educación better. When I ask many Hispanic families, what's your dream and hope for your child? They'll often say growing up to be a gentleman and a lady, adding that character component to the word education. What's my final word I'm going to share today? Well, the word for word in Spanish, palabra. Oftentimes, when I'm conducting restorative circles, I'll ask the participants, does anyone have a palabra to share? Does anyone have a word to share? There's a culture of sharing wisdom and listening to wisdom that I also resonate with and value. As you can tell, my life has been very enriched by the Hispanic culture and traditions. And really, familia, ganas, educación, and palabra is just the tip of the iceberg. And I have so much to learn. So what palabra comes to your mind when I say Hispanic Heritage Month? Take a moment this Hispanic Heritage Month to deepen your understanding and appreciation. We live in a culturally blessed country, maybe the most culturally blessed country in the world. So we have a great opportunity to become one of the most understanding, compassionate, and capable people as we culturally learn about one another in an honoring way. And there's so many months where we can learn about many different cultures out there in our country. So I'll ask again, when I say Hispanic Heritage Month, what is your palabra? Choose one, learn about it, and let's grow in our cultural competence, one palabra at a time. This is Dr. Jeff, signing out.